This video is intended to help you understand how to set the company defaults in your company defaults area. We can find company defaults in the admin in two places. And they're in the tray, which is company defaults, or you can go into the My Info area and scroll to the bottom and see the same link. Now, we have a help button here. You click on the help link and you'll notice that there are a couple of places in here that will actually help you understand not only how we price a job, which is view the pricing model, but also adjusting company defaults. So what I'm going over here on this video, you can actually read here on adjusting company defaults. The pricing model will actually show you how we price a job. And when you click on today's sheet, you'll notice here that you can enter a number here and it will actually calculate a price down here based on how we calculate using our pricing model. All right, so let's go back to the help page, and I'm going to go up to view company defaults. So My Info, and then scroll down to view company defaults, which is the second one right here. Click on that. Now, again, this is in the admin area, and this first box right here enables you to utilize the universal unit database of information that we provide to you from a program we call HVAClexicon.com. And Lexicon is something you'll never see, but if you click on this how-to guide, it'll explain to you how this all works. The next two boxes are a one email and a financial summary email. The one email is an email that goes to the office that basically helps you to get the guys started. It has all the equipment, the materials, everything you sold on the job without the costs. This can go to as many people as you want. You want to separate them with a comma, not a semicolon. The next block is the financial summary. It's basically the same information as the one email, except for it actually has financial information like commission, cost of goods sold, gross margin, buy down rate, and all that information. Again, separate those with a comma, and that will ensure that you get a copy of what's sold when it's sold on the job. The labor costs, we call labor cost per unit, is not a unit, but a unit of measure. So if I said a day's worth of time was $300, then when you do a proposal, you would just put one. But in the case that you're maybe charged by the hour, you would put, say, $50 an hour, and then, so 8 hours would be $400. So if you put 50 here, just need to remember that when you go to the job, you just want to make sure that when you do a proposal that you don't put one and you think it's a day. It's actually an hour. So the final price text describes the actual price itself. So it could say you invest or your investment, total cost, our price. All right, and just make it whatever you would like for it to be. The tax is what your distributor is charging you for the units and the parts. We only charge tax on units and parts, not on anything else. The gross margin is what you want to make on the job. And again, you can go back to this page that will show you how we calculate it. It's the cost of goods sold divided by 1 minus 35%. And so the margin would be delivering the cost of margin to the proposal itself. Commission is what you pay your salesperson, and some dealers will pay a flat 10 across the board. Buy down rate is what you're going to pay to the Wells Fargo or GE Money or GE Capital, whoever is you're using for your financing. And you notice here I've got a higher buy down rate on the best model than the good, and that's because this particular dealer, this demo is exhibiting the fact that we're calculating a recovery of the cool cash or the Bryant bonus, or basically the half that you have to pay for the job for the rebate from the manufacturer. This is your interest rate, how you would calculate a price for a payment for a customer, and then it actually will work off of the year's finance. So the formula basically relies on the principal of the sale with the interest rate and the term. And then the minimum percentage, all it's doing is just saying we are calculating a minimum percentage if they don't pay anything. The terms and conditions are basically what it is that what you want to have on the proposal. We give you 13 or 14 different items. They're 1 through 14, and they basically are just legalese that you would put on a typical proposal. Feel free to change them, modify them to your liking. The next area is included services, and these are actions that you're going to do on the job that are affected to every proposal or every option. See the cross appears. You can group them up and down by simply holding down your left control mouse button, and you can drag it up and down. The order is just the order in which they're appearing, so as you change them, you notice the order changes. We give you the ability to put in a cost. If you margin it, that $1,100 will become a cost, and if you unmargin it, that $1,100 is a selling price. So we add $1,100 to the job, and then if this is not checked, it's $1,100 plus the commission plus the buy down rate. If I check the box, it's $1,100 divided by 1 minus 37%, or and then you would have a commission and buy down added to that. So you can add as many as you want here. It's an infinite amount you can add, and again, you can move them up and down. The Xbox deletes them out of the list. All right, the next area is the credits, rebates, and discounts. And the credits, rebates, and discounts actually will, if you want to apply them to the selling price, that will remove this from the selling price. The cap is, this is 1% of the job up to $300 capped, so that's a percentage. And again, you can move these around if you want to and group them together. We want like items to be together. And then the very last area is the upgrades, and the upgrades are basically the things that you want to add to the job that are not a part of the job themselves. These are videos. These videos are just taken from YouTube. If you struggle with this, feel free to reach out to our company. We can help you with those. So you can add as many as you want, and I would just recommend that if you do add upgrades, to make sure that you don't add too many upgrades to a customer's proposal, because at some point they'll feel like you're trying to oversell them. So I'm going to click Save. And what I want you to see here is these are defaults for the proposal. So when I go to a proposal, I'm going to click on the Proposal tab. And let's look at here, and let's look at templates, and I'm going to type in the word heat pump. And when I type in the word heat pump, it searches the entire list. So this is a template. I'm going to click Edit here. When I scroll to the bottom, you'll notice that these are already fashioned in a manner that the dealer would sell these. But what I want you to see here is, on the left is a checkbox. This checkbox will not allow you to change what's in the area, because the checkbox is telling the template to look at the proposal. So when I can change this if it's unchecked, but if I check it back, it puts it back to what was on the actual defaults area. So I simply would come down and make my changes, and then anytime I make changes to my defaults, it actually will affect the pricing on my templates. So let's say I want to increase my velocity of my work, I can raise or lower my price based on the fact that I've got all my templates attached to the defaults area. So that's pretty much the adjustment of the company defaults, and you can again look at those from the My Info area under My Info, View Company Defaults, or you can view them here, and you can only view them in the admin area.